broadcast service of City College and the San Diego Community College District. This is Jazz FM 88.3, KSDS San Diego. I'm Dave Drexler with Inside Art. Support for Inside Art comes from the members of San Diego's Jazz 88.3. This week on Inside Art, we'll meet the playwright and star of the award-winning comedy Kim's Convenience, coming to the Old Globe Theater. But first, San Diego-based pianist, composer, and Origin Records recording artist Danny Green is joining forces with the Art of Elan Chamber Group for an evening with the Danny Green Trio plus Strings, Tuesday, May 19th at 7 p.m. at the Union Hall Gallery in Golden Hill. Green's mix of jazz, classical, and Brazilian rhythms has captured the attention of critics around the world, from Downbeat Magazine and Jazz Is to Public Radio International. And he's earned 2 San Diego Music Awards for Best Jazz Album and Best Jazz Artist as well. This upcoming collaboration with the Art of Elan Strings will feature a number of new pieces Danny has composed for the occasion, which is a follow-up to his 2018 album with strings, One Day It Will. Danny Green, it's great to have you back with us on Inside Art.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
You have gotten some success, a lot of notice from the press, and your band, your trio in particular, has been touring the country pretty successfully in recent years. Tell us a little bit about how that all came to be.
Well, it's really come about just from doing this for many years, just staying in the game and releasing a lot of music. I put out albums starting in 2008 or 9, and had a bunch of them come out up until, I guess, 2018 was my last recording with the trio. Then in 2020, we have another project where we combine the trio with vocalist Leonard Patton, a band called LP and the Vinyl, and we released a CD also on Origin Records called Heard and Seen. So, it's just a lot of doing it over and over again, and trying to get on the road, trying to get the material out to radio and press, and I think just being at this for so long is what's kept it going.
And as far as coming together with strings, I've always enjoyed that project. You did a wonderful concert for us here at Jazz 88.3 a number of years ago with many members of the group you'll be playing with on the 19th. And it's no small endeavor to put together music for strings and jazz. Tell us about your process in doing that.
Well, I usually have pieces that I have been playing as a trio, or they might even be songs that I've composed and just thought of how they would go for trio. And I do a lot of my composing at the computer. I have a piano keyboard right next to the computer, and I notate everything as I go. And once I've had the piece written down, then if the idea is to add strings, then I use a program called Sibelius. I add all the string parts in there, and then it's just a lot of sitting and playing with ideas, thinking about what moments might be good to have the strings playing the melody, or if they're going to play a background. Maybe one thing that happens a lot when I add the strings to my compositions is that the compositions change. So entire new intros might be added, or interludes in the middle of the piece. So it's a very fun process for me, and it's kind of a process of discovery and just trying to realize the sounds I'm hearing in my head.
absolutely fun there, and the way it sounds live comes off pretty well too. I must say.
Thanks. Thank you.
Tell us a little. Have you played this hall before? The Union
No, this
Hall.
hall is completely new to me. Kate Hatmaker, who runs Art of Elan, proposed the idea maybe close to a year ago now. And it's a space, I'm not even sure if they've used it or if this would be their first time there, but seems like it's going to be a really cool venue.
Yeah, it looks like a lovely acoustical setting for you over there at 2323 Broadway in the Union Hall Gallery. Who from Art of Elan is joining you in this performance with strings?
Yeah, so the string players, we have Kate Hatmaker on violin, Batya McAdam Summer on violin as well, Erica Irani on cello, and Travis Merrill on viola. And I've worked with all of them except Batya, but Batya has been someone that has been on my call list for many years, and finally it's worked out.
Kate Hatmaker, of course, is the founder, artistic director of Art of Elan. She does a great job with her series of exactly what is, this concert is, bringing classical and music that, touches within it, into unusual spaces, or let's say accessible spaces for people.
Absolutely. And she, I've worked with her for many years with my projects, and she's a force for sure.
A force for good in music in this
Yes.
town, absolutely. And your
Yeah.
trio now, you've been piling up some years with these guys. Justin Grinnell and Julian Canthelm, terrific players.
Well, yeah, we have been for this particular concert. I have Justin Grinnell, and I'm going to be using a drummer from Los Angeles named Dan Schnell, somebody who I've admired for a long time. We played together one time many years ago on a farm, and um, I've been wanting to have this opportunity for a while, so I'm very excited to feature him on this concert.
Well, the album that you made in 2018 with strings is a great example, and people can get that on your website, or they can get access to that as well as the major streaming platforms. Is that right? It's available everywhere.
Yeah, it is.
And that came out really well, and so I don't know, if there was something in the making of that was special for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the comment. That one we recorded as a trio first. So Justin, Julian, and I recorded up in a studio that I love. It's called Tritone Recording. It's run by a guy named Tally Sherwood up in Glendale, and so we recorded all the trio parts, and then we went back down to San Diego with it and had the strings come in to Peter Sprague's studio and laid down their tracks. A lot of work getting it done and just figuring out how to make it all come together, but I was very happy, and it's probably the project I'm most proud of that I've released to date.
A lot of reason for that. Do you have any
Thank
other
you.
you have any other recording projects with the trio, or otherwise that you're in progress with?
Well, I have my first solo piano record is in process. I recorded it back in March, also at Tritone Recording. One of my favorite pianos to play, by the way. And yeah, I have a few months of production, just figuring out liner notes, artwork. I have one improvisation that I did on the album that I need to come up with a title, and I've been thinking for the last 2 months and coming up with nothing so far.
You take
So,
suggestions?
sure, why not? And then what's going to be even harder is an album title, but it'll come together, I'm sure. So that album's coming out in October on Origin Records.
Is that your first foray into recording for solo?
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Yeah. Something that I've been wanting to do for many, many years, and a little scared of doing because it's just a lot more of an exposed type of playing. But I play so much solo piano, both at home, and I've performed concerts of solo piano, private events solo piano. And, I think I finally felt ready to do it.
Well, there are many pianists who, when they go solo, they don't turn back from that.
Oh, no, I love playing with other people. I've been having so much fun, especially the last few years, playing a lot with Peter Sprague and being more in the sideband role, which I love doing. I've been having fun working with different trio configurations over the last several months, and yeah, solo. It is fun, and there's a lot of freedom in playing solo, and especially getting to uh, go into full improvs where I'm just coming up with music on the spot. Can't really do that with a trio, um, at least not the way I'd want to do it. Um, but it's fun playing solo, but I much prefer playing with other people.
No place to hide. That's the best.
Yeah,
That's the best. Sometimes that's the best way,
yeah, yeah,
Are you doing
yeah.
any teaching in the community these days?
Yes, I am. I teach privately at home and have a pretty full roster of wonderful students. And I also have a program that's part of the Athenaeum Music and Art Library's educational outreach programs. And it's called the World of Jazz. And I do that one with bassist Rob Thorson and drummer Richard Sellers. And we go out into elementary schools and middle schools and high schools throughout the county and play some music for the kids, talk about jazz and just music elements in general. And it's been going on since 2013. It's been a
Quite a
fun
while.
program. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, what are some of the reactions? That must be really interesting for as a musician to bring this kind of music to them and how they respond to it.
Yeah, we've gotten lots of letters from the kids over the years, and they love learning about the instruments and hearing the different sounds that we can make. For some of them, it's their first exposure to jazz. We try to get the teachers to expose the kids a little to jazz before we come in. But yeah, there's been moments where kids have just seen me in town and they're like, "Hey, I saw you at the assembly," or even people, from way back that are grown-ups now or young adults now. Sometimes they'll see me and make a comment, so it's really cool.
Building a fan base from the very young. That's great, Danny.
That's what we need.
Exactly. Who were some of your mentors, Danny, growing up here in San Diego even?
Oh, well, let's see. Rob Thorson was actually the very first jazz musician in town that I met. He lived across the street from my best friend back in high school, so I would go see him play. When I was in high school, I would go to Ilario's and see him and Mike and Holly, Mike Wofford, Holly Hoffman. And when I went to UCSD to study music and had the privilege of studying under Kamau Kenyatta, who was an amazing teacher and mentor. And then years later, I studied with Rick Helzer out of SDSU and learned so much from him as well.
You've made them all proud with your trio and now a string. It's a quartet, right, for the Art of Elan?
Yep.
All right. They'll be performing Danny Green Trio plus strings on Tuesday, May 19th at the Union Hall Gallery in Golden Hill. Starting time is 7 p.m., and I understand the bar opens early there.
6:15, I believe.
Okay. So it's a comfortable, wonderful space, and we look forward to having you back with strings on the 19th. Thanks for joining us on Inside Art.
Thank you for having me.
Art of Elan's Downtown series features the Danny Green Trio plus strings, Tuesday, May 19th at 7 p.m. in the Union Hall Gallery, located at 2323 Broadway in Golden Hill. Tickets are available at artofelan.org. You can purchase all of Danny Green's music, including his first album with strings, One Day at Will, at dannygreen.net. Coming up, we'll meet the playwright and star of the hit comedy play that inspired the Netflix series Kim's Convenience. Ins Choi joins us next as Inside Art continues here on San Diego's Jazz 88.3. Funding for Inside Art comes from the members of Jazz 88.3, where your support brings the joy and history of jazz and all of the arts to San Diego. To become a member, visit jazz88.org/donate.